Dave the Pickup Artist.
Psychedelic Sunday, psychedelic Sunday.
I mixed stones and water just to see what it would do. And the water it got stony, and the stones got water too. So I mixed my feet with water.
Hello, vinyl community. Dave the Pickup Artist with you again for another round of Psychedelic Sunday. We got a good one because we got some new pickups this week. Yeah.
We got us some good uns. Dogged if we don't.
Let's get on with it. First one I got is another whole fill. I got this one off of eBay for a really good price. We got Mass and F Minor by the Electric Prunes. This is the Prunes' third album, and this is quite a departure. What's happened to the Prunes at this point is their manager decided he wanted to make their album their third album a concept album. Why he wanted to make add Gregorian chanting and the religious theme, I have no idea. It's kind of similar to what happened with Vanilla Fudge on their second album, where the producer took over and he actually ruined their album. But I think this lineup change may have saved this particular album. What happened was the members of the Prunes couldn't really wrap their head around the material, and they didn't really want to spend the time on it either. They were the Electric Prunes. They wanted to go out and do Electric Prunes type things. So the manager brought in a producer named David Axelrod, who was a well-known producer at the time, and he got this thing together. Now the Prunes are on the album. They're on, I've heard one story, they're only on side one of the album, but they are on most of the album, but they had to bring in another band to complete it. The band they brought in was a band called The Collectors, a Canadian psych band, and the Collectors, they would go on to become a band named Chilliwack. But yeah, the album, it turns out the album is great. We've got 3 tracks on each side. It is in Greek. The album is in Greek. But we've got that wonderful Electric Prunes fuzz tone on all the tracks. It really is a great album. I don't know if it's their best album, but it was kind of the beginning of the end for the Electric Prunes, because after this album, they did another one kind of like that. Piece of an Oath, I believe is the name of it. And I have not heard that, but apparently it's a lot like this album. And after that, they did their last album, which was called New and Improved Electric Prunes, and that didn't have any of the original members, and they basically kind of fizzled out. You know, they got back for a reunion, and Axelrod went on to work with other people. And but the album's great. You may have heard at least one track. The first track, entitled Kyrie Ellison, was featured on Easy Rider. It was a track that they were playing during the, I think it was the Acid Trip. But yeah, I like this album. I think it's great. I've listened to it 3 times already. It's short though. That's my one gripe about it. It's barely over 20 minutes. It's an EP basically, but great to add this to my collection. Next, doing some more hole filling, and I picked up The Doors, The Soft Parade. This is the 50th anniversary edition, 180 gram vinyl. This replaces the smoked copy I have. It no longer, I think this is a G Plus maybe. It had to go. Another great album. This is probably my second favorite Doors album. Half of the songs on here are written by Krieger. Krieger was a prolific songwriter in the Doors. I believe he also wrote Light My Fire. So yeah, this is spent. Now what do I do with this? I can't really, it's maybe a G plus. I can't really sell it on Discogs because I only like to sell like VG or higher. But there's things you can do with these spent copies. You can be a nerd and hang them on the wall. You can use them for recreation. I know a lot of people like to put these old Doors albums in their recipes. My neighbor, Mike, I know that he uses old Doors albums to shovel his driveway down here in Florida. And I think it was Henry Ford used 4 smoked Doors albums to invent the first automobile in Michigan. So hang on to these because you don't know when you'll need them. I've got another Doors item to show also. But first I was at the antique store today, as a matter of fact, or yesterday, because today is today and yesterday is yesterday. I was in Sugar Bear's antique store, and I picked up another Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes album. Now this is a 70s Amboy Dukes album because it's Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. The ones that are titled the Amboy Dukes are the ones in the 60s. But this says live. Survival of the Fittest live, and I have not heard this. I've heard some of the songs on the studio versions of some of these songs, but we've got Survival of the Fittest, Rattle My Snake, Mr. Jones' Hanging Party. I've never heard that one. Papa's Will, and we've got looks like a long jam on side 2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's in not the best shape.
Up to the 10-inch.
To tell you the truth, I didn't even look at the vinyl, but I'm a regular at this place. I rarely, if ever, have gotten a bad copy.
That's a big barbecue to start things off tonight.
Yeah, this antique store I go to is very cool. There's records. A lot of the booths have records, but this one booth has nothing but records, and he's very good about updating his inventory. So yeah, it's like my fishing hole. My FBI, open up! So yeah, I just got a knock on the door. It wasn't the law. It was the new Doors box set I ordered.
Jailhouse lawyer.
Live at the Matrix, 1967. You might have already seen this. This is before they had even put out their first album. They played the Matrix. Here's a picture of the hype sticker. Basically 5 LPs plus a 7-inch single, signed and numbered, limited edition. We've got the complete and original recordings taken straight from the first generation 7-inch reels, among other things on here. It includes 2 never before heard recordings of All Blues and Bang's Groove. So let's see what we got. It looks like it arrived. I've already unboxed this and checked it out. It arrived, looks just like this.
Folks stepping on them. Drying your breast, but it never feels like enough.
Cover comes off, and we've got. Start off with a booklet. Small booklet. Very psychedelic. Got the Matrix logo on the back, and we've got a track listing and liner notes inside. We've got the 5 discs. The labels all look like this, but each record has a different color variant on the labels. There are 5 discs.
I got hairy legs.
We're not going to show all the discs. You've seen them before.
And the kids used to come up and reach in and pull.
Now, if you order this,
my leg down.
I've seen a lot of people have shown this, and if they've came like this, basically this is a 7-inch single. It's supposed to fit up here in this little window thing, but every person I've seen show this box set, it's been like this. It's been like, I guess it comes out in the shipping process, and there's a little gum here that it was supposed to be like that, but yeah, this is I think the unreleased material. A picture of the band, very psychedelic, and we've got a audio tape notes on the back from the recording. That's what that looks like. Very cool.
We'll be right back.
You know the best thing in life is free. Oh, you can give it to the birds and bees. I want some money. That's right. I want some money. Yeah. All right. You love Jimmy, touch your trail. But you love can't pay my bills. I want some money.
Now imagine what it would be like to go into a bar with like 7 people in it, and the band playing is the Doors.
All right, hey.
They didn't have their first album out. They were relatively unknown. They were doing the bar scene. And the Matrix was a pizza parlor in the early 60s. Marty Balin from the Jefferson Airplane purchased it, so bands like the Airplane and the Grateful Dead and others could do gigs there and rehearse there.
You know, when I woke up, you don't love me no more. You know, when you don't love me, yeah.
I spent the last 2 days ensconced here in the music room with no food or water, listening to the 5-disc on the Doors box. Some first thoughts. One thing I learned was that the Doors wrote songs that would be on their second and third album even before their first album came out, because they do Soul Kitchen on here, and they also do Summer's Almost Gone, which was on Waiting for the Sun. So I did not know that about the Doors. There's not a lot of pictures either. In fact, I didn't really find any pictures of the Doors playing at the Matrix. Of course, you know, this was obviously before cell phones, but not even. It's even hard to find pictures of the Matrix Club. I think my favorite part is the end, side 6. We've got side-long version of the. We actually get 2 versions of the end on side 6. One is a partial version, and it's the uncensored version of the end, if you're familiar with that, which is very interesting. I've listened to almost all of it and love it. It's better than bootleg quality, definitely. It's not audiophile stuff by any means, but the sound is great. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, everything sounded great. The discs were in great condition, no defects or anything. We're number 7,336 out of 1,400, or 14,000 anyway. So yeah, the Doors at the Matrix, finally. Black Friday titles have been announced. I wanted to check out a few of these that I think are of interest to Psych fans. The first one is, the very first one on the list is the 13th Floor Elevators, Bull of the Woods. It's coming out. There's 7,500 of those. I'm looking for that because I do not have that album. That's the only one I don't have, so it's great timing for that. We've also got the Grateful Dead 5 LP set from the Fillmore West. I think this is the same set that's on the Live Dead album. I'm not 100% sure. If it is, there's probably more material than that was on the original album. But I'm not sure why they needed 5 LPs for this, because one of the LPs is one-sided, and a few of the LPs are under 10 minutes. I don't know. I think they could have put this out as a 3-disc set. But it's a great one, nonetheless. 69 at the Fillmore, they were doing all the great Dark Star and that particular set. So, yeah. Also, we've got the Doors live at Bakersfield. Another live one is the Mamas and the Papas at Monterey. That's going to be interesting. Monterey Pop Festival. We've seen clips of the Mamas and the Papas there, but we've never heard the entire show, so that should be interesting. Not Psych, but a band that I loved from the 90s, the Screaming Trees. They've got a, I believe it's a live situation coming out. And finally, the last one is Rabbi Shankar and Akbar Khan, live in 1972. That's probably going to be pretty good. I always collect Rabbi Shankar albums when I find them in the wild. I don't know if I'm a spring top dollar, but I do like finding Rabbi Shankar albums. And if you're looking to get into Rabbi, now would be a good time to do it and check that out. I haven't heard that album either, but I have several Rabbi Shankar, and I usually find them within $5, but they're going up in price if you find them in the wild. Now they're like $10 for the Rabbi Shankar albums I was finding for $5 a few years ago, but prices are going up all over. And yeah, that's it. The Doors, Black Friday, and Halloween coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to have Halloween weeks and Psychedelic Sunday. So I'll see you then, and I'll leave you with, I have not heard this yet, putting this on for the first time, this instrumental thing. See you later.